What's up, guys? Got a new video for today. I know it's late. You can probably tell by the lighting. I usually don't film at this time of day. But I just got back from the movie theater. I checked out the film Reagan, a biographical film on President Ronald Reagan. I had not heard anything about this film. I didn't ever see an ad for it. I just heard from a friend that it was worth checking out, and I must say I'm very glad that I went and saw this movie. It was very, very well done. It really pretty lofty task following the not just the presidency of Ronald Reagan. This film covered his entire life. And as we saw with the film Napoleon, covering a historical figure's entire time on Earth can be a daunting task. And Napoleon definitely failed in that regard. But this film succeeded. And I will say that for the casual viewer, if you're not well versed in the history of the Cold War, it can be a little tricky to follow. I myself know quite a bit about that topic, and there were a few parts where I felt a little confused, but overall the film did a really good job showing the presidency, especially of Ronald Reagan and his achievements. And honestly, I really, really enjoyed this film. I'll point out a few components, though, that I'd say some of the humor, there were a few moments that tried to be humorous that fell flat. Maybe if more people had been attending with me, would have been more people on the brink of laughter, but not too many people were in the theater with me, so it's kind of just an awkward silence at a couple of those parts. And I've noticed this kind of a running theme in Hollywood that right now, with the technology that we're utilizing for film, sometimes a few scenes in this film in particular, when they were outside in broad daylight, it looked a little too clean. It almost didn't look real. It didn't feel lived in, per se. I've seen a couple people discussing this topic currently in the film industry. Those are just a few standout negatives. But other than that, this film really immersed you in Reagan's life. And I must say, the actor that played Reagan, I believe his name is Dennis Quaid, really put himself into this role. And it is his best performance that I've ever seen in any of his movies. I was he really immersed himself in the role, and as a result, I was really immersed in the experience, and he did a great job. The film utilized some blending of real footage, but he felt like the president, Ronald Reagan, for all of it. It was very, very impressive. And the concluding scene of this film was cinematic perfection. I was moved to tears. It was really moving and very, very memorable. So I think with that, I've mentioned a couple components of the film that could have been improved, maybe just some of the lighting and some of the humor felt unnecessary, but overall this was a solid film, and for a grade I'm going to give it a B plus. Check this film out. It really deserves your money, and I will be buying it on Blu-ray when it comes out. Okay. That's all I got for today. Take care out there and subscribe if you want to see more awesome content.